Welcome back to Argumental, a show with more hard topics than a Siberian sweet shop. This next round focuses on another major cultural issue. We live in an age obsessed by youth, where smooth skin, a healthy body and a fresh face are prized beyond gold. But is that right? And are we ignoring these people? Please welcome an old person. Sean, you're up first, and the topic I'd like you to argue is this: old people deserve more respect.
I certainly do, love. Let me get you a chair. You, up. Sit on his lap. Are you related?
Yeah.
Go on, sit.
Oh.
Sit down. There you go. Now, how could you not respect this woman? Old people are just so worthy. You are so beautiful, and it's great to know what my girlfriend's going to be wearing in 10 years' time as well. Here, in case you get a bit bored, there's some Werther's. I forgot how noisy they are. There you go. I'll unwrap that for you as well. Just want this to be the best day out you've ever had. So... Now, old people, they have their use in society. Who else is John going to have an affair with? Now, my grandmother, who this lovely woman reminds me of, my grandmother had so much wisdom. When I used to visit my grandmother, I'm sure you all did this as well, your granny would give you some money, you know, a little bit of pocket money, say thanks for visiting, and you'd always, last year it was 50p, and you go, oh, I hope it's £1 this year, I hope it's £1, and she'd give it to you like that, so you couldn't really look at it, and you just feel it going, oh, I can feel an edge. Oh, I think it's still 50 pence. And you look at it, and it's 20 pence, and I go, God, I hate that woman. And I thought I hated her, but she was so wise, she had such wisdom. She knew the credit crunch was coming years before it actually did. And see, the one main reason why I'd say have respect for old people is they're not going to be here for much longer. So, no, because the thing is, like, what? I'm not going to kill her or anything. But the thing is, we know what happens to old people. Before they die, they shrink. And we should enjoy... Like, you go and visit your parents these days, you go, hi, Mum, how are you? Next year it's, hi, Mum, how are you? Hi, Mum. Where's Mum gone? I can't find Mum. Maybe they don't die, maybe they just disappear. I feel we should be starting to sing a duet for some reason. I don't know. Love is in the air.
Don't know it.
She's a lovely person. Respect her, Rufus, OK? If you slag her off one bit during your bit, I'm coming for you. Vote red.
Thanks, Sean. Rufus, now it's your turn to oppose the statement and tell us that old people do not deserve more respect.
Do you mind standing up just for one moment? Just very quickly, just quickly.
Oh,
yeah, I'll hold those.
Oh. Right.
Now, you may look at the woman next to me and see a sweet old dear who smells of cardigans, sherry and Werther's Originals. A heady perfume that reeks of respectability. But smell her through my eyes. The beast that stands before you now in a suit of skin 3 sizes too big did not appear here by magic. Benevolent and twinkly like a cross between Gloria Hunniford and Jesus. She's the product of a life lived at our expense. Theirs is a generation so cosseted in laziness that even now, rather than walking to the shops, they're trundling about in shop mobility scooters. Lazy. Respect, ladies and gentlemen, isn't given, it's earned. Just because you've lived to 80 without doing anything interesting enough to kill you doesn't make you good. The other day, I was on a bus and some old biddy with no working hips, the face of Gollum and cat food on her breath, walks up to me and asks me to give up my seat. I had to say to her, look, love, the only reason you're on this bus is that you've got a pass. And who do you think paid for that? Me. My taxi is from the job that I do. So, being as how I've paid for both of our tickets, I'm going to decide who sits down. So do me a favour, stand there, hold on tight, and stop crying. You young people have got no idea. You don't know what we went through in the war. Oh, I've read about the war. From what I can work out, it was basically an enormous stag do. Eyewitnesses report that the end of war celebrations were just a cacophony of young men and women shagging in the street. Well, good for them, but our generation's never going to know the visceral thrill of public sexual celebration, because the worst you got back then was a nasty case of cock rot. These days, you'll catch AIDS. And where did AIDS come from? Well, no one knows, but... one theory is that 40 years ago, someone f***ed a monkey. Now, do you want to walk around being nice to all old people, knowing that there's a chance that old fella you just opened the door to had previously enjoyed an erotic yet lethal simian sexual encounter? Or do you, like me, realise it's old people that have got us into this environmental, financial and sociological mess? And if they had any semblance of self-respect left, they'd make like the Eskimos and take the long mobility scooter ride into oblivion. You disgust me. Vote blue. Thank you.
Thanks, Rufus. And a very big round of applause for our old person. Bye-bye, Mum. OK, Marcus and Rory, what do you want to add?
I realised I actually met her before, actually, when I was looking for love on the internet. I think it's really unfair that old people have a reputation of talking drivel and smelling of piss. I mean, look at me, I'm not that old, and I talk drivel and smell of piss. I think you'll...
It's overpowering.
Are you always nice to old people, Sean? Is it what you always are like that?
Yes, John, can I do anything for you?
No, I mean...
I'm still reeling from the shock of your onslaught on that old woman. I literally am staggered by the extent to which you don't care. I sincerely hope that when this is broadcast and you venture out into the world, you, sir, are the subject of a severe gumming. I mean, you know, obviously what you had to say was extremely funny. Well done, but, no, I mean, it's clever. Stand there and abuse an old person. And brave, too. Really magnificent. I haven't seen you perform that well since that time we stopped at the, what was it, a Happy Eater, and you pushed all those little kids off the swings.
Yeah, fine, but answer me this. Who then had to go on the swings? Do you like people who read the Daily Mail, Marcus Brigstock?
Absolutely not, with the exception of my mother, who I adore.
Right. And what is the reader profile of people who read the Daily Mail?
You.
Old people read the Daily Mail because they're racist. And we let them off it because, oh, you're old, you don't know any better. A racist is still a racist. So what you're asking us is to respect racism. Get a close-up of that face, ladies and gentlemen. If the BNP are doing a leaflet roundabout now, there is your poster boy for it. Well, some people want to move forward, not backwards, Brigstock. Or should I say, hair Brigstock.
OK, that's it. Thank you. It's up to our studio audience to decide who made the best case. Red for Sean and blue for Rufus. Vote now.
It's close.
Wow. Goodness me, that's a blow, isn't it? That's a win for the blue team. Well done, Rufus.